The first generation of Toyota Auris was a popular car that appealed directly to buyers' heads. It wasn't expensive to run, it was practical and it was reliable. Alternatives like the Ford Focus or Volkswagen Golf were much better to drive, however. Desirability wasn't a key strength of the Auris either. While it was presentable, it looked anonymous and it didn't have the credibility or appeal that made the German brand so successful. The Japanese manufacturer took note, and this version of the Auris promises more driver engagement, a simplified equipment range, improved styling and lower running costs. Engine lineup available in the new Toyota Auris is a selection of 4 engines that all offer acceptable performance and low emissions. The entry-level choice is a 1.33-litre 98 bhp petrol engine which is claimed to be capable of averaging 52.3 miles per gallon. Buyers wanting a little more power can opt for a 1.6-litre 130 bhp petrol engine, capable of averaging 47.9 miles per gallon. Also available is a frugal 1.4-litre 89 bhp diesel engine, claimed to average up to 74.3 miles per gallon. Lastly, the Auris will be offered with Toyota's hybrid Synergy drive. This combines a 1.8-litre petrol engine with an electric drive system. Its CO2 emissions are an environment-friendly 87 gkm and it's claimed to average an impressive 74.3 miles per gallon. Improved appeal. In order to appeal to buyers' hearts as well as their heads, Toyota set about making the 2012 Auris more interesting and more attractive to own. As well as the improvements in efficiency, the company says the Auris is now more involving to drive. Myriad changes have been carried out, including reductions in weight and a revised steering and suspension system. The interior is all new and it's reputed to offer more space, greater comfort and a higher quality finish. The exterior benefits from a new design as well, but it's still pretty uninspiring compared to its rivals. Equipment levels have been improved too, and even the entry-level model comes with features such as climate control and electrically adjustable and heated front mirrors. Update in 2015. The Auris received a midlife facelift in 2015 which brought with it tweaks to the design, including new LED lights and a wider front bumper for a sportier look. New, more luxurious materials inside help give the car a more premium look too, and there's a new 7-inch center console system. One of the big stories to come out of the facelift was the introduction of 2 new engines to the range. A 1.6-litre diesel borrowed from BMW and a turbocharged 1.2-litre petrol. Both are Euro 6 compliant and offer impressive running cost figures. Suspension and steering revisions have improved ride comfort and engagement behind the wheel too, plus 2 new trim levels have joined the range. Business Edition tailored for fleet drivers and design which adds sportier features as standard. So, the Toyota Auris looks like it has a good chance against its key rivals like the Volkswagen Golf, Ford Focus and Vauxhall Astra. This is one of the most contested sectors of the industry, however, and alternatives like the Hyundai i30 and Kia Ceed will also prove tough to beat. The Auris may well be a worthwhile option for someone looking for reliability and practicality, but in terms of handling abilities and outright desirability it's still behind the rest. For the full 2012 Toyota Auris review, read on. Performance. Even with a range of efficient engines, Toyota Auris performance is adequate. The lineup comprises 4 options, 2 petrol engines, a diesel and a hybrid. Barring the hybrid, all the engines come with a smooth 6-speed manual transmission. What's notable by its absence, however, is the option of a small turbocharged petrol engine. Apart from the hybrid, none of the engines in the Auris are particularly modern, and drival options are more refined and efficient petrol engine choices. The entry-level petrol option is a 1.33-litre engine that outputs 98 bhp and 128 Nm of pulling power. Auris models with this engine can accelerate from 0.62 miles per hour in 12.6 seconds and can reach a top speed of 109 miles per hour if you need a little more power. For example, if you intend to drive on the motorway a lot, then you'd be best opting for the 1.6-litre petrol engine instead. It generates 130 bhp and 160 Nm of pulling power, allowing the Auris to accelerate from 0.62 miles per hour in 10 seconds dead and onto a top speed of 124 miles per hour. This engine is also smooth and quiet when cruising, although it does need to be worked hard to maintain speed when going up hills. Additionally, the 1.6-litre engine is available with an automatic continuously variable transmission called multi-drive S. The diesel option, there's just one diesel engine available in the Auris, a turbocharged 1.4-litre unit. Rated at 89 bhp and 205 Nm of pulling power, it allows the Toyota Auris to accelerate from 0.62 miles per hour in a reasonable 12.5 seconds. With this engine, the Auris can reach a top speed of 112 miles per hour. Hybrid Synergy Drive. One of the main selling points of this model, and the previous Auris, is that it's available as a hybrid. The Toyota's hybrid system utilizes a 1.8-litre petrol engine, an electric motor, a battery pack and a continually variable automatic transmission. The electric motor can propel the car on its own, or work with the petrol engine to boost acceleration. When the batteries deplete, the car switches over into conventional petrol mode until some charge is restored to the electrical system. It's not horrifically slow, either. The 0.62 miles per hour sprint takes 10.9 seconds and the hybrid Auris can reach a top speed is 112 miles per hour. The only downsides of that, because of the way the transmission operates, the response to throttle inputs can be sluggish and the engine can also be noisy. Parkers recommends it's best to opt for the manual 1.6-litre petrol version of the Auris. This delivers a blend of acceptable performance and running costs, while maintaining interior refinement. If you are intent on buying the greenest version possible, then the Auris HST, the hybrid model, is also an acceptable choice. Handling. Previously, Toyota Auris handling was competent but not engaging. That didn't matter necessarily, as many buyers just wanted a car that was easy to drive. Toyota claims that this generation of Auris is a more capable car, and while it isn't as involving or as satisfying to drive as a Ford Focus, it's far from hopeless. The steering doesn't offer much in the way of feedback, but it's direct and there's enough steering weight to inspire some confidence in faster corners. The Toyota handles acceptably too. There's plenty of grip available, and it doesn't roll excessively, even in tighter bends. You won't find it struggling for traction, and the car feels relatively secure and settled, even on rough or wet roads. Further improving driver confidence is a range of safety systems, which keep the car in check, and disc brakes all round, which provide good stopping power. While keen drivers may find the Auris on-road behavior disinteresting and boring, many will be pleased at how uncomplicated and effortless it is to drive. Equipment. Previously, Toyota Auris equipment levels were differentiated by designations like T2, T3, T-Spirit and TR. This generation of Auris features a much simplified lineup that is easier to understand. 4 trim levels are offered: Active, Icon, Sport and Excel. Standard Toyota Auris equipment. The entry-level trim is called Active, but, despite being the basic model, buyers get a decent amount of equipment. Active versions come with climate control, a stereo with USB and auxiliary connections, electrically adjustable and heated mirrors, and electric front windows. 1.33-litre petrol and 1.4-litre diesel models also come with a stop and start system to improve efficiency. Move up to the Icon grade, which Toyota predicts to be the most popular option, and the amount of kit increases considerably. Icon cars feature alloy wheels, a DAB radio, Toyota's multimedia control system, Bluetooth connectivity, a rear-view camera, a leather steering wheel and gear knob, front fog lamps and electric touch front and rear windows. Buyers looking for a more stylish option can opt for the sport model. This benefits from larger alloy wheels, sports front seats, a different grille, a rear diffuser, a different exhaust trim and rear privacy glass. Lastly, there's the option of the range-topping Excel grade. Additional equipment includes dual-zone climate control, keyless entry and start, automatic wipers and lights, electric folding door mirrors, heated front seats, tinted rear glass, an automatic parking system, front and rear parking sensors and black velour seats with leather bolsters. Cruise control is fitted as standard as well, although it's not available on 1.4-litre D4D diesel models. Overall, the Auris range is offered with a good selection of standard equipment. It's impressive to see even the entry-level model coming with niceties such as climate control, which make the car much easier to live with and more enjoyable to own. Optional Toyota Auris accessories. A range of options are offered to improve the standard specification of the Toyota Auris, including both cosmetic and technological upgrades. On Icon, Sport and Excel models, the Touch multimedia facility can be upgraded to the Toyota Touch & Go system. This adds sat-nav and more advanced onboard connectivity and Bluetooth features. Sport model buyers can specify a comfort pack. This adds rain-sensing wipers and light-sensing headlights, keyless entry and start and a folding function for the mirrors. A panoramic glass roof, called Skyview, is available for Excel models. This, besides improving the exterior appearance of the car, makes the cabin a more pleasant place to be. It's not overly expensive either, so potential buyers should consider it. Lastly, leather seat trim can be specified for the Auris XL model, and the automatic parking system, called Intelligent Park Assist, can be specified on Icon and Sport versions. Comfort. It's reassuring to find that, for a car that's designed for daily use, Toyota Auris comfort levels are good. The interior is spacious, with room for 5 adults, and there's lots of leg and headroom. The seats are quite supportive and there's enough bolstering to hold you in place during sharper turns. Road noise is low, but wind noise is particularly noticeable at higher speeds. You don't have to raise your voice to talk to your passengers, but it is somewhat intrusive. Engine noise doesn't intrude overly either, but the hybrid and CVT versions do drone and whine, which can be annoying, particularly if you're frequently accelerating away from a stop. Further improving interior comfort is the standard fitment of climate control. This helps keep the cabin temperature regulated to your desired setting. The Auris ride quality is acceptable, and you won't get out at the end of longer trips feeling tired and agitated. Some surfaces can cause it to bounce and shift around though, and it does crash through some potholes, but not to an unpleasant extent. The Auris isn't an uncomfortable car to drive, but many of its rivals are more cosseting and refined. Practicality. Toyota Auris practicality is very good, and the new car improves on the high standard set by the previous generation. Besides more modern equipment and looks, the 2012 Auris benefits from increased interior space, more practical touches and a larger boot. A spacious interior means room for 5 adults, while the large boot can stow a substantial amount of luggage. Throughout the cabin there's a variety of storage points, including bottle holders in the doors, a decently sized glove box, a coin box and front and rear cup holders. The boot capacity is 360 litres, which is less than that offered by the Volkswagen Golf, Kia Ceed and Audi A3. It's considerably larger than the boot in a Ford Focus, however, which measures a mere 316 litres. The Auris boot benefits from a wide opening, but there is a lip which can make lifting heavy items out difficult. If you need additional storage, then the rear seats, which are split 60 hours 40 minutes, fold down to increase luggage space. The boot also features a dual-level load space, which allows you to store items under the movable boot floor. This helps retain objects that might move about, or keeps things concealed from prying eyes. With regards to range, the Auris has a 50-litre fuel tank, so if you average the claimed economy figures, it could travel between 500 and 800 miles between refills. One negative point is that the Toyota Auris doesn't have a full-size, or space-saver, spare wheel. Instead you get a tire repair kit, which isn't particularly useful in many instances. Safety. Potential buyers will be pleased to hear that Toyota Auris safety is excellent. Like its predecessor, this generation has been awarded 5 stars in tests by NCAP. It scored 92% for adult occupant protection and 84% for child occupant protection. NCAP says a similar level of safety can be expected from the Auris Touring Sports Estate version. Safety equipment levels are very good, and each model of the Auris comes with multiple airbags, ISOFIX child seat mounts, height adjustable front and rear head restraints, front seatbelt pretensioners, 3-point rear seatbelts, whiplash reducing front seats, ABS, ventilated front disc brakes, solid rear disc brakes, LED daytime running lights, electronic brake force distribution, brake assistance, traction control and electronic stability control. Additionally, all of the car's seatbelts are fitted with load limiters and emergency locking retractors, these further reducing the chance of injury in an accident. The Auris benefits from a structure that's designed to protect occupants, with features like side impact beams and head impact protection structures in the roof sides and pillars. Standard security kit includes remote central locking and an immobilizer. Many of the car's parts are also marked, making it easier to identify if it's been stolen. Reliability. Toyota Auris reliability should prove to be excellent. The previous generation was a well-built and durable car with a hard-ring interior and robust mechanicals. The new generation continues that trend, and problems should be few and far between. It's worth noting that Toyota also has impressive quality controls, and the company is very quick to pick up on any potential problems with vehicles in its range. If a fault has become apparent, it's likely you'll hear about it promptly from Toyota itself, rather than the issue being swept under the carpet or quietly resolved at the next service.